We are leaving the island this week. November, our 9th and final month here. Where has the time gone? Saying goodbye to someone or somewhere that holds such a special place in your heart is one of the hardest things in life. Goodbyes never get easier. The calf has supported me through the good and the bad times. It sounds cliche, but the island has given me time and space to reflect, heal, grow, gain perspective, but ultimately has inspired me to be the best version of myself. My experiences here have really been that profound. I have made friends for life and been able to witness some truly remarkable wildlife. I'm not quite sure how I feel right now. Mixed emotions. There are aspects of the real world I look forward to, but there are many from this remote, wild island life that I've been living that I will miss and yearn for. These are grown-up pups from this year. They are so inquisitive and playful, showing off their new swimming abilities. I completed my dip a day in October, ending with a spooky nighttime swim on Halloween with some very good friends, Mike, my colleague, who you know by now, and Gillian, a regular visitor and volunteer. Both her and her husband Ned share our fondness of the calf, and not only do they work very hard repairing stone walls, their newfound calling in life, they also spoil us rotten by treating us to lots of goodies, mainly chocolate, biscuits and cake. This week has been busy, and I think this episode will showcase that, and also just how varied our jobs can be here as wardens. After my final shift on the tractor moving stone in preparation for the bowers, Mike and I headed to Kitterland, the small island located in the Sound, to carry out our final long-tail checks. It's always fun being out on the water. A new wildlife camera was installed. We replaced the other camera cards and also made sure the gas traps were set. Everything ready for the winter months before the next season begins in March. A project that has taken quite a bit of time, the tractor barn doors. You may remember from an earlier video that the doors and frame were rotten and not in a good state. The aim, to repair and rehang the doors to protect the barn over winter. Now ideally Mike and I would have liked to have made completely new doors, but being so close to the end of season with limited time and resources, a temporary fix will be enough until the next wardens take it on. After removing the door frame, it was time to get drilling.
We have a hook and pin fastening here for the doors. So on the other side, we put a post in, fixed it to this rather dodgy wall, but it's absolutely rock solid. And again, the hinges will be mounted like this, and the doors will operate all in one.
Perfect. Moment of truth. One door on. So we just need to fill the gap. Ta-da! Ta-da! Because the doors open inwards and they'll open and sort of shake about in the wind, we have fashioned some brackets out of battery terminal connectors. Put the latch on, and now they don't open. All in all, we've repurposed the doors and various other bits of materials, and considering what we were working with, I think they look good as new. So this afternoon's job is the withy hide. So this wall gets hit by the weather. It's not shiplapped or featherboarded, so the weather has just been going straight through, and we're basically going to clad the outside of this wall because it's the worst one, but I'll show you inside now. It's sodden in here. This is another example of, if we had the time and materials, ideally the whole hide would need repairing and replacing, but we simply can't get everything done here in the time we have. And again, I think it looks rather good. We have had more supply runs, stocking up on things like logs, gas and diesel ready for the start of next season. And another big end of season job, dismantling our crane. We rely on the crane for many of our deliveries. It is an integral bit of kit. Each year it gets taken down so that it can be serviced. It is also then out of harm's way during the harsh winter months and winter storms. This required team effort, thanks to all involved. Doesn't the harbour look different without it? We said goodbyes to the lovely Bowers and our fellow colleagues. It'll be us on the boat next, saying goodbye to the calf. Because we've also had some storms and the seal pupping season is coming to an end, we can get back on the beaches to do some beach cleaning. It is Halloween today. Happy Halloween. And what have you just found? This is so apt. So Mike's just found a coffin. And let us open it up. Shake it. Is there something in it? Okay, we're gonna see what's in it.
Oh, what?
Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah, go on.
Deal.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Oh, what's that? Is it a rock? Trick. Get rid.
Is that what vampires turn into when they're stabbed in the heart?
Birdwise, we have seen a slight increase in passage birds, always a nice sight. This is a fieldfare, another member of the thrush family. And finally, some adventure to top off the week, a seal pup rescue mission. This is pup number 93, also called Basil. Basil was sadly orphaned a few days ago after his mother was drowned during the mating process. At this stage, the pup is still heavily reliant on mum, and so after 2 days of not being fed and having been monitored closely by the SEAL team, a rescue plan was devised. Our trained SEAL volunteers then carried out the rescue under guidance from the Manx Wildlife Trust's marine officer. Success! Basil then made the journey back to Port St Mary and then was taken to the rehabilitation centre on the Isle of Man. Days are darker, we've been baking lots, more bread. Celebrating the end of a workday with a beer. Here's to our final few days on the calf. I'll see you next time.